Hello and welcome to the Untitled Sickos Rankings Divisional Round. I had a terrible fucking week. I'm K-Man. I don't care about my qualifications because apparently my teams, the Packers, were not supposed to be there. Fuck.
Well, unfortunately, chat, we can't see any of our qualifications because he forgot to share his screen.
Oh, right.
Real ball knowers already know their qualifications.
I'll wait to start the stream to prove that you're ball knower.
Okay, well, for one, my name is Dyson Times, aka Chris. I am an avid, and still am an avid Jason Whitlock hater. You can also add Stephen A. Smith to that in the future. I'm also an avid Stephen A. Smith hater. I am a top 1,000 Pokemon Unite player. I know, ladies, calm down. I get okay. And I've met the GOAT in some people's eyes, LeBron.
Anywho, I am Bears fan. As you can very much tell right now, I have played football at the highest level compared to anyone else here. I know it. I know, guys. I'm just like the greatest at sports and everything. Back in the day, I did get into a beef with Ryan Leaf, and you know, he's making a million. He's making millions. Meanwhile, I'm making a podcast. So, at the end of the day, you can be the real judge who won that beef. And you see, I can't say that. I can't talk about that guy in that light anymore. I am not that person of Madden. I am changing that. I am the I am the Brock Purdy of Madden? Question mark. I don't know anymore.
The
Man.
vague post king, he doesn't remember who it was. Dogpile him in the comments.
No, it was Justin Herbert, jackass.
Nope. I should have changed it. I should have changed it. And then he would have only seen in post that I edited it.
See, he's not very happy.
I'm happy to be getting this over with. I finally found a name for my goddamn protagonist in Persona 5 Tactica.
Well, now we're gonna get demonetized because you mentioned Persona.
We are monetized to begin with.
Yeah, but we're gonna scare away people.
There was a lot of people we scared away when we were doing the Smash thing, like not even a few weeks ago. So yeah. Yep. The people that watch us, you already know. You already know the deal. You already know what we are. You know what we do.
So, just a question real quick. Did you only put the games on here, or did you put the results as well?
I didn't put the results.
Okay, then, well, I guess
I put in the minimal amount of effort.
We'll just have to do the 2-for-1 then.
Very well.
This divisional matchup between the Rams and he fucked up. He fucked up. They played the Niners.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh well.
The Seahawks faced the Niners.
Well,
too late. We're 4 minutes into the recording. I'm not restarting this one. I can swap through.
Just do it live. Just do it live. It's
all right.
Listen. No, we can just pretend that this game is. We can just pretend that this game is.
We're just talking about the NFC Championship in advance.
No.
No, I'm saying no, I agree. No, I agree. That is going to be the NFC Championship. It's going to be the Rams and the Seahawks. But let's just pretend that we're talking about the 49ers and the Seahawks, right? We're talking about them post-editing magic.
Wow.
The 49ers.
Wow.
Oh my God. Whoa. There we go. There's the post-editing magic. All right. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Seahawks versus 49ers. This matchup happened like literally 2 weeks ago. And
what happened? The Eagles won. The Eagles should be playing. Actually, no, you were right. The Rams should be playing the Seahawks because clearly the Eagles won last week.
Eagles won, right?
You fucking wish.
We'll get to. Actually, no. We don't even need to get to that team. Because, first of all, this is going to be a funeral for the Eagles. It is a funeral where I'm pissing on their grave.
Oh.
Oh, joy, oh joy! I am so very glad this team was one and done. It is just euphoric watching this team lose to this 49ers team that had the equivalent of sticks. It's like sticks and paper as a defense. No Nick Bosa. No Fred Warner. No George Kittle. Their entire receiving room has been a revolving door. Same thing with their essentially their entire defense has just been a revolving door all season, and they could only muster up 17 points. They have a head coach that can't control his own players. They have a diva wide receiver who can't fucking catch the ball. They have an average quarterback that their fan base hyped up, trying to tell me that he was better than guys like Joe Burrow and Lamar.
Oh,
or because he was because he's a Super Bowl. You're a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. Therefore, he's better than all these quarterbacks that have shown way more than he's ever shown in his life. But and that's what they have, and the most overrated defense in the league, and the most overrated team in the league, that only won the Super Bowl last year because they had two great coordinators and like the best offensive line and Saquon Barkley. But as we can clearly see this year, the wheels fell off. Kevin Pasculo is maybe one of the worst offensive coordinators I've ever seen in my life. Nick Sirianni is one of the main reasons why this team is not successful, because he doesn't know how to hire coordinators. The Eagles are a blight to the NFL, and I will keep saying that. They're a blight to the NFL. They win in spite of themselves, and sometimes I just love being correct, because if you can go back last week when we were talking about this game, and when I said, I know a bunch of people are picking the Eagles to win this game, but people need to remember that in the NFL games are not won by talent. They're won by talent and coaching. And the 49ers coaching staff is leaps and bounds better than the Eagles coaching staff. All Kyle Shanahan had to do was just figure out a way to score on a Vic Fangio defense and let dumbass Nick Sirianni and dumbass Kevin Pasculo coach themselves out of the game. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I love being correct.
But have you considered that Saquon Barkley finally got over 100 rushing yards?
Congratulations to him. You scored 17 points. They also turned Brock Purdy over twice.
They scored 19 points. Thank you very much.
Sorry,
they scored 19
points. I'm sorry, 19 points. They scored 19 points. Didn't even get to 20 on this not good on this horrible 49ers defense. Not even not good. Like, I need you to understand, like, Jalen Hurts, his pressure rate was, like, I think the lowest in all of the playoffs. Between all the quarterbacks that played, he had the lowest pressure rate. And he still can't throw through the middle of the field.
I mean, he threw 35 passes, and only 12 of them got complete for 168 yards.
Probably would have got like 240 if some of his receivers could catch. They're not going to completely blame him. I think he played fine. I'm not even going to say he played fine enough to win the game, because no, he really didn't, actually. He really didn't. When the game's on the line and it's 4th and 11, let's throw it into triple coverage.
I will say this: the last time Jalen Hurts threw for over 200 yards was against the LA Chargers, where he threw 4 picks and fumbled the ball on one of his own picks, where he
also lost me my chance to be in the fantasy football playoffs, because he wants to give me 1 point during that week.
0.1 point, actually. Get that right.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank you, Jalen Hurts. Thank you, Jalen Hurts.
But yeah, let's talk. Well, congrats to the Niners. I mean, I don't know how many more games they're gonna probably end up dying from, but I mean, at least this doesn't hurt. At least this is fun.
You lost George Kittle. Their chances for winning this game are slim to none.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they got Fred Warner back, I think this could be a completely different game. But from the sounds of it, he's not going to be back until probably the NFC Championship, even if at that. So, I mean, let's see if Demarcus Robinson has another wacky ass game in him. But like,
He was incredible on Sunday.
yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about. We didn't really talk much about Seattle last week. I guess we could talk about them this week. Um, I feel like the Seattle Seahawks are like the advanced version of the Houston Texans. Like they are, like the Texans are like the beta version where they maxed out defensive sliders. Meanwhile, the Seahawks did something similar, but they added some stats into the offensive side of things. Because that's how I really feel about the Seahawks team. It's just a more advanced version of the Texans.
Yeah, I mean this Seahawks team is extremely good. Their defense is very, very, very suffocating. They have the second best defense left in the playoffs by far. It's really not close. They're I just the thing that concerns me is I really hope that Sam Darnold doesn't throw them out of this game because he's not looked at all impressive these past few weeks. And hopefully the bye gets him on the right track, and it can get Seattle a win. I still think Seattle's going to win this game just because the 49ers, that team is just so injured. They can't get any pressure on anybody. They can barely even get pressure on this honestly not good Seattle Seahawks offensive line. I just think that they don't match up well at all.
Oh, I agree.
I don't think they match. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think if Sam Darnold minimizes turnovers, this isn't even close to a game. I think, here's how it goes. Here's my Sam Darnold turnover system. 0 turnovers, win by double digits. 1 turnover, win by a touchdown. 2 turnovers, coin flip. 3 turnovers, you get the point. Reverse. What do you think, K-Main? What do you think?
God is dead. God remains dead. 49ers by 15 because narratives.
Okay.
He really does not want the Seahawks to move forward.
Yeah, this game screams like 20. This game screams like 27-10. That's my final score. Seahawks easy. I don't want to say easy done, but Seahawks should take care of business on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Or is it
Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah, the Seahawks should take care of business on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to honestly, Kyle Shanahan's gonna win. Or at least he should win Coach of the Year. Just like the fact that he made it to the playoffs with that decimated team and beat the Eagles. Yeah, he should win Coach of the Year. But the 49ers are going to handle business. They're going to handle business. That's really all I got.
Yeah, I don't really got much else to say other than this should be a really good game, I hope.
Yeah. We can hope.
We can't hope, but it's
doesn't exist.
This one. Wow. Well, we'll talk
I'm
about the
I'll
Rams
let you guys. I'll talk about.
We'll talk about Rams and Panthers first, and then we'll save it for later.
Very scary win for the Rams. Very, very scary win for the Rams. It was looking a little nasty last week. I won't lie.
I mean, look, man, this is kind of concerning for the Rams. I do want to at least get this. Shout outs to the Panthers. No one gave them a shot, and they almost had it. If they played defense at all during that last drive, we're looking at a completely different game. But for now, again, this Rams team from now and the Rams team that was at the beginning of the season are two completely different teams. First things first, Stafford's hurt. He's playing with an injured index finger, and that's just going to win on his throwing hand, and that'll just inherently fuck up his throwing. And I'm not a big believer in bear weather, but I will say this: it hurts a fuck ton to play with an injury in the cold, so that's gonna affect them. Also, uh, I may just be dumb, but like it also really did not feel like the Rams' running attack was working on Sunday. Like it was fine, don't get me wrong, but like compared to how it was at the beginning of the year, it felt weak. And it's not even like this Panthers defense is amazing at the run. They're like 20th at it. But like I don't know. I don't know much about I don't know how I feel about the Rams currently, but let's just get to the other side now. I will let K-Main start first.
God is dead, and at time of recording, Rich Bisaccia is unfortunately still employed. Same for Brandon McManus, who, if he had not missed 7 points on the board, would have led to our local Bears fan having a much worse time on this episode relative to me, and that's with both of my teams losing. But we'll get to that later. Can we keep the foot on the fucking gas? Is Matt LaFleur capable of coaching more than one half of a football game? What the fuck is Jeff Hafley supposed to do when you're out there after the offense goes goddamn 3 and out? This O-line fucking sucked. We had like 80 injuries, and they were all to the players that mattered. Please give me back Tucker Kraft. Oh, right. Matthew Golden got his first touchdown. I think he outperformed Luther Burden in that game. So, pick's worth it, chat. The concept of not re-signing a kicker and just letting our fucking punter go for drop kicks, even though I think they might be removed from the NFL now, to try and get field goals, I'd feel more comfortable. I would genuinely feel more comfortable if Daniel Whelan was the one attempting field goal kicks. And his job is to punt. His job is to hold that ball. Man, this fucking sucks. The special teams fucking sucks. Our cornerbacks fucking suck. Keyshawn Nixon thinks he's Darrell Revis, apparently. And Bo Melton would have been better out there, and he was on injured reserve. Well, the 27 copium is still on for next year. The Bears fucking suck. I mean, at least an NFC North team won a playoff game. I would have preferred it was us, and it should have been. But Matt LaFleur is an occasional frequent hack with increasing frequency. But the Lions and Vikings didn't get in, and that's what matters. That's my moral victory. We at least got to lose 2 games in 2025 instead of just 1.
I'm sorry, man. This was.
Stop apologizing. I'm begging you, stop apologizing.
I can't, man. The Midwesterner in me is just. It feels remorse because I too. I know what it feels like, man. This doesn't feel necessarily happy. Granted,
this feels horrible. This is like if the Falcons went in and lost to the fucking Saints. I would have. Oh my gosh! I would not show my face to this, man.
Look,
it would be the most painful thing of all time.
Look, I feel his pain because I too was in that position. I mean,
were you in this position? In the position where you're losing to a division rival in the playoffs? Like
yes.
that.
First half he texted me, "Good luck in Seattle," having not paid attention to the fact that the second half of each of these games has been, yeah, you get it.
I mean, like you said that, and you have a coach that was one of the Falcons coaches. don't know why you said that.
Look,
You
man.
wanted to honestly. No, I'm calling you out. You wanted to reverse jinx so bad.
No. Why the
You're a
fuck would I
liar.
do?
You wanted the reverse jinx. You wanted the reverse jinx and it happened.
This is insane accusations
Yeah.
being thrown my way because I won't be an asshole and gloat. I was just gonna mostly say, in all honesty, if there's any solace, in hindsight, the Bears probably should have won this game anyway. The signs were on the wall for Green Bay to begin with, because in the most practical sense, I don't care that they rested their starters. They lost by 13 against the Minnesota Vikings playing for nothing, and the week before that, they got ran over in a game that they must win in order to compete for the division.
They also
You
didn't
know,
have Jordan Love.
yeah, but like it was bad. In complete hindsight, the Packers shouldn't have won this game. Unfortunately, and something that I've noticed about this Bears team, we don't. The first half is our hibernation period. If we even score points in the first half, that is just fine in like a field goal, like is like an ice cream sundae for me. A touchdown, man, you might as well just tell me that I won the jackpot in terms of the first quarter. Um, look, man, that was bad, but like I feel like the bigger thing to say, if that was Luke Haversick, it's it's probably a different. It's most likely a different game. I genuinely think that the I think this is just one of those times where the Packers couldn't get lucky. I will say this: there were mistakes that Green Bay just flat out made. They dropped a lot of passes on that final drive, and they had to scratch and claw to even get into that position in the first place. Not to mention too, before the second kick of McManus, the second kick he missed, I on that drive, Green Bay took a delay of game penalty. If I
Dumbass
remember
delay
correctly.
game. It was a really stupid delay game.
Yeah, it was a
I
stupid
think
delay
it
of
was
game
right after a
penalty, but
timeout, right?
unfortunately, you are committing the thought crime of assuming that Brandon McManus is capable of making a kick in a professional football game. He could have been in 26-yard chip shot range, and he would have missed it. I know, because it happened on the extra points.
It is really. I think like okay. So just
Also, a
from
delay of game kind of fucking saved the Bears on that fourth down.
Yeah.
did ironically because it was a really bad snap. But I'll
Yeah.
just say this as an outsider, this game screamed like just had so many 20-3 vibes. It's not even funny. Like so many things. It's like that. I've seen this before. Like so like just questionable coaching decisions. The defense deciding for just some odd reason to like let everything happen. Like the opposing team's quarterback just making insane throw after insane throw. Like that fourth down throw to Roma Dunze was absolutely ridiculous. That's one of the best throws I've seen all year.
Yeah. Roman didn't even do much this game. That's funny too.
And it like I think as much as you want to complain about Brandon McManus, which is it's very understandable why you
I have
want to
seen
complain about
so
Brandon
many
McManus.
games lost because of this fucking special teams unit.
I think the main reason they lost this game is because of the coaching staff. I think that Matt LaFleur not only took his foot off the gas pedal, he got out of his car and waved his hand in the oncoming traffic. The fourth quarter game plan was very confusing. Especially the second to last drive was absolutely ridiculous. So the Bears were already calling timeouts. So let's say 2 end zone shots and they're both incomplete. Like, why? Why is that the game plan? Why are we not trying to burn clock? Like you run the ball first and then 2 straight passes into the end zone. What is
Oh
it?
yeah, I remember that field goal kick because that like barely doinked off the upright.
Yeah, and he missed. And maybe they could have got closer to a point where Brandon McManus could have maybe it'll be a 50-50 as opposed to as opposed to like 30-70 or 25 or like a 25-75, right? Like you can get closer. You can make the Bears burn even more clock, burn even more timeouts if you just try to throw the ball over the middle of the field. Throw a pass just short of the sticks, run the ball again, burn clock. But they saved the Bears a timeout, and they threw two just completely asinine, just I don't understand why they took two end zone shots on the second to last drive. That's where I was like, oh, this it really is just like 28-3. It's just like stupid decision after stupid decision. And then Brandon McManus misses a 49-yard field. What was it? 49, 44? What was it?
44.
It was a 44-yard
field goal, but that's like but to be fair, that is a kick that if you're an NFL kicker, you should be making anything.
That's a kick Brandon Narvison would have made.
That's a kick that any NFL kicker should automatically make a kick that is 45 yards plus. That is 45 yards and up. If you miss that, you're not an NFL kicker.
To be fair, it was super windy in Chicago.
But it's a 44-yard.
Cool. Didn't matter for Santos.
You have to make. You have
Santos
to make those.
Was kicking chip shots. He had a 27-34, and granted, he hit a 51. I will give you that one.
Boom. You should not be missing a 44-yard field. I don't care. You should not be missing a 44-yard field goal as an NFL kicker. That's something that should never happen. It shouldn't have gotten to that situation. The clock management was really bad for Green Bay. The defense was also really bad for Green Bay, especially in the fourth quarter. Giving up 25 points in the fourth quarter is inexcusable.
It happened because the offense couldn't do dog ass.
Yeah, couldn't move the ball either. And I'm saying the offense was also definitely to blame.
I think it's the head coach is to blame, the offense to blame, then the special teams, and then the defense. Because the defense took what they were given, and they were given nothing.
Yeah, they did their jobs. I'm saying they did their jobs for the most part.
Fun fact: the Bears did not didn't possess the ball in offense for a single snap in this entire 3-game stretch between the Packers and Bears.
With a lead, essentially.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Just choke after choke, and it's just another choke from a coach that was 20 like that Super Bowl 51 may be the most cursed Super Bowl in at least in recent memory, because it has clearly not left the mind of Matt LaFleur. It has not left the mind of Kyle Shanahan. It is not.
I would argue it has, because he clearly didn't learn from it.
It has not left the mind of those. It has not left the mind of any of those coaches, and they are still haunted by it to this day.
I will say this too.
What a choke! What a bad choke.
One thing I do want to bring up, I see a lot of people yell about the field goal. Again, I think the most egregious one was the missed extra point, because if he makes that, it's at least in a place where the Packers could kick a field goal. And granted, you would much rather lose on your kicker missing a field goal at that moment than having to just constantly throw towards the end zone. Also, too, another reason as to why I think the Bears kind of won, Devin Duvernay got one of the greatest returns of this year. Ironically, when they mentioned Devin Hester, and it just...
It's almost like the Packers special teams unit collapses at inopportune times because they're coached by a hack who's paid way too much money.
Look, I mean, the thing is about that drive, if we don't even get that good of a return, we're not even going to be able to get the fucking field goal, because that was a fucking... That drive was terrible. We stalled out like a motherfucker. We somehow got from the 20-yard line to midfield, and barely fucking got back into field goal range. And that was with a fucking Lucas Van Ness like strip stack fumble because Ozzy Tripola was just right there to get on the ball. Oh yeah, there's another thing I do want to say about this game. The Bears forced like 4 fumbles and recovered none of them. I was pissed. Like the Christian Watson fumble, fucking what was the other one?
Watson, Jacobs on a kickoff, and a couple more.
Yeah. Fucking. I think Love. Oh yeah, Love had one where he botched the snap. I think that was twice actually. Yeah, there was 2 botched snaps.
Second botch snap was the final play of the game.
Yeah. It was just kind of funny to see that kind of happen. I do want to say this. I love Colson Loveland. He is so fucking good. I just.
Oh, good.
Dude,
Congratulations, you might have the second best tight end in the NFC North.
We'll see.
You're not going to say he's better than Kraft after just one season.
We'll see. Anywho. Caleb Boyd. Oh yeah, one last thing too. I saw a couple of people bitch and moan about the picks that Caleb Williams had this game. First things first, one of his interceptions were because Luther Burden misread the route like a dumbass, and he threw to. Ironically enough, that was a more positive interception than anything because like they might start that fucking drive at the 40, but instead they started that drive at the 10.
Funny thing is, they
And
still
then
scored.
Yeah. And then the other pick, he was throwing up a prayer and hoping Cole Kmet got it. Was it a bad throw? I guess, but like you're 4th and 4, needing to score a touchdown. You're looking to just get the ball in the air and hope someone gets it. I don't think either picks were that bad. But yeah, all I have to say about this game is this is the first Bears playoff win in 16 years, I think. 15 or 16 years. It was nice to be able to experience this with my stepfather, even though we both wanted to die the entire time.
But, you get used to it. Welcome to football.
But yeah,
do you have anything else?
No, I was just kind of. I saw the Bills and then I got more sad.
Oh wait, I didn't say my prediction. The Rams are gonna beat the Bears next week.
Yeah,
they will win. They will win that game. They are going to win. I'm not gonna get disrespectful. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win by double digits. I think the Rams do win this game though. Their offense is better. Their defense is better. I think the Rams will make more stops. And I don't know who on the who on the Bears secondary is going to be able to even think about covering, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. We'll see what happens.
Go Rams.
You know what? In the spirit of fun, and so that way I can jinx myself, and that way I could jinx my team. I'll say the Bears win some bullshit like fucking 40-13, so that way K-Man isn't all alone on the couch by himself anymore.
Chris has been here with me the whole time.
I'm saying I've been here.
Yeah, he's been there for a month. He's just happy to have some company.
I'm saying I've been here. I've been here since we lost to the fucking Jets.
NFC South people don't aren't being in NFC North business. I'm sorry.
Oh, you'll see next year when we beat the hell out of you guys. Trust. 4-0 in that division next year. Trust and believe. It's gonna happen.
We'll see.
Sure.
It's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
Yep, Jags lost. That was unfortunate.
Main, the floor is yours again.
Extend Devin Lloyd, if possible. Tag ETN if possible, or just run it back with Bayshell Tootin because he's actually pretty good. Wish we'd taken the field goal. It did look a little bit like DPI on that last one. It's unfortunate that it was Jacoby Myers. Maybe the game's different if we have Cole Van Lanen because he got injured last week and was dealing with a lingering knee injury. I mean, I didn't feel as bad about this one, but I guess Packers Bears kind of emptied it out of me, and I'm like, oh right, football's just a thing. Mike Vrabel winning Coach of the Year is going to be some bullshit because he gets to play a cupcake schedule where the Jags have been the laughing stock of the league for about 15 years, short a couple, and the Bears got the hottest coaching prospect in the league. I hope that the Broncos absolutely implode and lose by 78. I hope we get 70-20 in the playoffs. And Josh Allen just goes Super Saiyan.
If you guys don't know, his Satan matchup for the divisional is Seahawks, Bears, Broncos, Texans.
No. Nah, I don't care. As long as it's not Bears Texans in the Super Bowl, it's okay. I don't care about playoffs until the Super Bowl because that's probably going to be the only game I watch. I'll be with family.
Yeah. That game just kind of sucked for Jacksonville. I will say this: I do think they'll be back here again next year.
And you better hope so.
Yeah, and we'll actually have a competent cornerback because we're putting Travis Hunter back there.
True. Parker Washington's a fucking beast, though. He's really good.
Probably going to try and extend him this offseason.
Parker Washington's awesome. Really good. Okay, but no more talking about the Jaguars. They had a fantastic season, honestly. Great turn. I don't want to say turnaround, but they got hot really well. They got hot. They played well. It's really unfortunate the way their season ended, but like honestly, it's still a fantastic season for them. Just everything that happened, like Liam Cohen, I think is the guy. Trevor Lawrence, he just got outplayed by a better quarterback, like Josh Allen went God mode, unfortunately. It is what it is, but now we talk about the Bills. We talk about the Broncos. I hate the Broncos. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't hate them. I don't hate the Broncos. They are very fraudulent, though, and I think I'm gonna say the Bills are gonna win this game, and then they get suffocated by the Broncos, which would just be so fitting. But I really don't like watching the Broncos play football. I don't think Bo Nix is that good of a quarterback. He's very average. He's probably going to be average for the rest of his career, and that's fine. It's okay if you're average because you can win Super Bowls with average quarterbacks. I don't trust their weapons room too much. Like RJ Harvey's cool, but like he's just kind of okay. It's not J.K. Dobbins, right? Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. Cool.
He's been on IR.
No, he suffered a season-ending injury back in like November.
Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I don't.
Apparently, he could come back.
Doubt it.
But
like Super Bowl only, I think.
But yeah, I will say this. I do agree. This offense has been missing something without J.K. Dobbins. It hasn't been bad. It's just not what you expect. If it wasn't for the fact...
Sorry.
Oh.
No, I'll let you go.
If it wasn't for the fact that, like, this defense is ran by hatred and cocaine, I think this is definitely a 10-win team, not a 14-win team.
It's just the fact that, I wouldn't say that either. I also think that they were also the benefactors of having a paper easy schedule too. Definitely not as easy as the Patriots, but their competition wasn't necessarily the best. And when they did go up against good teams, they kind of, even the bad teams, like that game against the Commanders, they almost lost to fucking Marcus Mariota. Treylon Burke had just one of the best catches of the entire year. It was that good. But they struggle against some weaker competition. They don't look good against the better competition. Who knows what happens with the Chargers if they start Justin Herbert? I don't really think it matters because Their offensive line is putrid, but we're not going to talk about the Chargers. Just I don't really like looking at the Broncos offense. Like the main reason why they haven't looked the same is because they can't run the ball well. Because RJ Harvey's more of a receiving back than actual running back, and it's just the Broncos have a lot of okay on their team, on their offense, like okay quarterback, okay weapons room. Like I do like Cortland Sutton's good. Who else is there? Cortland Sutton. Who's the other?
Mims?
Detroit Franklin's decent. Marvin Mims, yeah, Marvin Mims, the person that every Broncos fan says is like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Pat Bryant, Evan Ingram.
Like it's a lot solid over there, and I think that's good enough.
Ingram's done like nothing this year, but he was injured for a while.
Yeah,
it's a lot of decent that can definitely win. They can definitely win them games. They can probably get them to a Super Bowl if their defense plays lights out like they should be. But even then, their defense has been struggling a little bit. I know they're number one in sacks, but if they're not getting sacks, what is this team? What is this? What is the defense doing? I don't know. They definitely have another. We've shown like outside of Pat Surtain, their secondary can be exploited.
I mean, also too, this team kept it close with Chris Olatakun on Thursday Night Football on Christmas. Keep in mind, and they also got blown out by Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Jacksonville handled them, and so will the Broncos be one and done this year? The answer to that question is probably, because I think the Bills are going to come into Mile High and win this game like they cooked them last year. I'm super ultra not cheering for them because Sean Payton is their head coach. That is also another thing.
Look, man, the Bills are on a hate tour right now. And the thing is, if this team doesn't make the Super Bowl, this is a complete disappointment.
Don't worry, because
I was just going to say, like, this Bills team, the fact that they have to make the Super Bowl this year, otherwise the season is a huge disappointment, is insane. Because they just won a playoff game, and I'm still not impressed by them.
I mean, like, Josh Allen was awesome. Like, I don't know how awesome he's going to be for the entire playoffs, but he really was. This is also just a really weird matchup for them because I don't trust their targets. Like, I really don't trust Josh Allen's weapons room. But if they can find a way to get James Cook going, I think they'll be able to handle business against Denver. I think whoever the Bills facing the AFC Championship will be their toughest test. Though if they make it there, if they make it there, that will be their toughest test.
Do we want to talk about those teams?
Let's. We can start.
I hate having to root for the evil empire, man. I fucking hate it.
We can start with the Patriots. Wow, what a shitty game. What a shitty game on both sides. Patriots didn't look, honestly, they didn't look that good. But the Chargers looked so much worse. That offensive line, oh my gosh. Nuclear waste. Not even nuclear waste is not good enough for them. It's not good enough. Like, get beneath my shoe. All of them should be ashamed of themselves and should never play another snap in the NFL ever again, especially Bradley Bozeman.
Look, man, all I can say is, in a game where you have Omarion Hampton, you use him only once. I think this goes a little bit beyond just the offensive line. I'm gonna be honest. I get that he was coming back from an injury and such, but to use your first round pick approximately 0 times in not 0 times, but use him approximately 2 times in a playoff game is complete fucking malpractice, in my opinion. Also, too, I wanted to say this as well. I'm sorry. I am trying to keep it for Herbert, but we have to say here, he is not a playoff winner. He is a playoff loser. And until he breaks
Badly.
that moniker, he has to have that. Wear that with a badge of pride. Or, well, a badge of... Use it... Win a fucking playoff game.
Don't
sorry.
even wear it as a badge of pride. Install it on the O-line. It's got to do a better job blocking.
They were really bad, but Justin Herbert was also not good on Sunday.
He was
Herbert,
missing
I will say
those
this,
touchdowns.
Justin Herbert PR is in the gutter right now, which hurts my soul, but it is unfortunately in the gutter. I love Justin Herbert, but yeah, no, Sunday was not good. Again, his offensive line just
awful.
They're just actually really bad. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Joe Burrow also had a terrible offensive line. I think I genuinely believe the offensive line that Justin Herbert had to play with is actually so much worse. So much worse than that offensive line that Joe Burrow played with. They are way worse. And also, Joe Burrow had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Mixon. Yeah, there's nobody on this Chargers team that is even close to the talent of any three of those players during that time. And even still kind of now. But enough making excuses. The Chargers, yeah, they fired Greg Roman, thank the Lord. Get Justin Herbert an offensive coordinator that actually plays to the intent. Not just Justin Herbert. Get yourself an offensive coordinator that can play to the team's strengths and not have the most disgustingly bad route concepts and no motion at all. But I don't want to talk about the Chargers anymore. Let's talk about the Patriots.
Actually, I have one more thing to say about the Chargers.
Go ahead.
Take the fucking points next time. Like, I get it. You were on your 2-yard line. I get it. I understand it's the start of the game. But after that kind of happened, it was just fucking downhill. They could do.
Wow, if they take the points, it would have been 6-16 instead of 3-16. Man.
It at least puts you in a better situation when fucking Hunter Henry scores that touchdown.
If he scores, so if they score a touchdown, they're still down possession. If they score a touchdown, if they score a touchdown when they scored a field goal, they would be down in possession. If they score a touchdown and they missed it, they would still be down in possession. To be fair, no. It is what it is. They still lost by double digits regardless.
Oh no, we can now bitch at the Patriots now. Man, this team, if this team was going up against anyone else, they get blasted. And you know what? They got their first win. I think that they could probably do something if the Texans' offense doesn't show up. Drake May did not have a fantastic game, but he did what he needed to do to get the job done. I will not hate. I said I was gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate too much on a team who is doing what they need to do. However, this was just not a very clean first playoff game. But you know what? So wasn't the Bears. So at the end of the day, I'm just a bitcher and a moaner. So like, who really gives a fuck what I say?
Hey man, Patriots played a really, really, really not good game, honestly. And I will say this, I really hope that as much as I do like Mike Vrabel, I really hope he doesn't win Coach of the Year because of that piss easy paper soft, like baby soft schedule that he had this year. Facing the AFC East 2 times. Which is literally like 4 guaranteed wins.
4 wins.
The fucking Dolphins and the Jets. And then barely beating the Ravens because they said, let's not use Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter because we're stupid. And then losing to the Bills, not even just losing, choking to the Bills, losing to the Steelers somehow. I mean, they fumbled the ball like 4 times. This team is very fraudulent. And I think with the harder schedule next year, they're not going to win They're just not going to win 14 games again. It's just not. It's just not going to happen. And I don't know how they're going to match up. Well, I mean, I do know how they're going to match up into the team that we can get to now. The Texans very poorly, very, very, very poorly. They have not faced a defense nearly as good as the Texans defense all year, and I think they're going to. They're in for a very rude awakening. Drake May's in for a very rude awakening Their receivers, their running back room, their offensive line, especially their offensive line, is in for a very rude awakening. It is, I'm like, okay, so I'm the number one Texans advocate, maybe in this entire server. I love being right, because we had this stupid argument last week, because Hagan really thought that the Steelers would find a way to beat the Texans when I like I said, how are the Steelers going to score against this Texans defense? And they simply did not, because of course they were. They're not good enough. They're nowhere near good enough to even like touch this Texans defense. And since we're talking about the Texans, I guess we gotta talk about the Steelers. Rest in piss. You won't be missed. You sat there, took up a playoff spot, didn't even try, didn't play good.
This is something funny I just noticed. On both sides, the second seed and the fifth seed and the first seed and the sixth seed are all going at it. I just noticed that.
And those fourth seeds were fucking garbage. But at least the Panthers gave us an interesting game. The Steelers were just shit.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. They were just shit. And this game could have been way worse if C.J. Stroud didn't turn his brain off for half of the game, turned the ball over 3 times like a dumbass. And it was looking like it was going to be one of those Steeler kind of games until the fourth quarter happened, where the Texans defense was like, okay, I'm not playing around. Let's show them what we really mean. And they just completely shut them down, held them down, dominated like I expected them to. Put complete belt to ass. 23 points in the fourth. I think it was 23 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
No, not 23 because the Texans. I think they scored a field goal in the third quarter. But in the fourth
No,
quarter,
it was 23 points.
It was 23 in the fourth?
I think it was
pretty
early in the fourth quarter they kicked the field goal.
Yeah, 23 points in the fourth quarter. 14 of that scored by their defense. Yeah. Just completely suffocated, crushed the Steelers' head in like I expected them to, like they should have, and like they did. Thank goodness the Steelers are out of the playoffs. This team sucked. They shouldn't have even been here for in the first place. But you can thank the Baltimore Ravens and Tyler Luke missing a field goal that any NFL kicker should make. The Ravens would have definitely put up a better fight. Debatable. But I don't want to talk about Steelers because they're gone. Thank goodness. I do want to talk about the Texans. I will be talking about the Texans because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the only person that's going to be talking about Texans in a positive light. This defense is good enough for this team to make it to the Super Bowl, and I still firmly believe that they will make it to the Super Bowl this year. This is the best defense in the NFL. They can rush for, and they will get to your quarterback. It does not matter what you do. They can rush for. Will Anderson is gonna make his name known. Daniil Hunter is going to make his name known. They had a thick 6 against the Steelers, and you can argue that the Steelers' offensive line is better than the Patriots' offensive line. Like Will Campbell was having fits against Odafe Owe. He was having fits against him. What do you think Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson is going to do to him? It might get really nasty. Genuinely. It might get really nasty.
Could. My issue is CJ Stroud, man. He has not played good these last couple of weeks. That is, and like normally you have something positive to take away from like at least a couple of his games.
Weeks?
But like, I mean, the Chargers game outside of like the first 2 passes, he played kind of trash. Like outside of like the first 2 passes. And then let's bring up the Vegas game where he was struggling against that defense.
No, he wasn't. He played a good game against Vegas. Their defense was struggling. Did you not see that game-winning throw? Did you not see that game-winning throw he threw to Did you not see that game-winning throw he threw?
Yeah, I saw it. Nico Collins, I saw it.
Yeah, that was an incredible throw.
He was just checking down all day. Now, granted, you can win by doing that, but like he didn't play a fantastic game. Most of his like medium and like deep throws, he just couldn't get.
Except the one that mattered.
Yeah.
And except the ones against the Steelers too, you can still see the flashes are there. He threw like 2 or 3 very good deep balls.
Right, but this Patriots defense is sneaky good. Like this isn't like the Steelers defense where it's like, yeah, they're fine, but not really something to cry about. This
Is
Patriots
it though? Are they?
yeah, like
I think
they're
okay.
they don't get a lot of stacks, but they get a fuck ton of
Boom.
pressure.
There you go. I mean, like I think that's going to be the biggest problem is that they have I will say this, the Patriots have a lot of good on their defense, but I really think like their entire team is just overrated because the the competition they went up against. Granted, they took care of business. They handle business for the most part. Like they blow those bad teams out. But my real problem is when they go up against like good teams or teams that are let me reiterate, teams that match up well into them. Like they had fits against Atlanta. They had fits against the Bills. They lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Raiders somehow, some way. Lost to the Raiders. A lot of their a lot of the games that they played were just like against weaker competition.
I would say in that case, if my question would pose this, do you think if the Patriots scored 21, do you have faith in the Texans offense to score 21?
Yes, I do. I do.
And that's where we disprove because look, man, I think they're gonna have to get some touchdowns on defense or some play or like they're gonna have to come up with like crucial fumbles in order to or like interceptions.
And see the thing is, I think that's going to happen. I think that just like they did, I will say like the Patriots have a better offensive infrastructure than the Steelers simply because A, they have Drake May, B, they have a way better running game, and that's kind of about it. Like I think their weapons in terms of weapons room, it's kind of it's kind of the same, but I think that the Texans are going to like suffocate them really badly. They're not going to bring pressure. I think they're gonna stop the run pretty well. They're not going to bring pressure. They're going to say, hey, we want your five. We want your five to beat our four, and I just don't think that their five, the Patriots five, is going to beat their four at all. More often than not, Drake May's probably going to be under pressure. They're not like the Chargers' defense is good, but they don't have Lassiter in their secondary. They don't have Derek Stingley in their secondary. They don't have like as much as you hate him as he's Al Shire at linebacker. They do not have Will Anderson. They don't have Daniil Hunter, and they don't have those two. And they don't have two extremely good safeties either. I just really struggle to see how the Patriots are going to move the ball when they were barely able to move the ball against the Chargers. If they couldn't move the ball against the Chargers, what do you think that the Texans are going to do to them? That's my thing. I think that the Texans are going to be able to move. Like the Texans are going to be able to move the ball against this Patriots defense. Like the Patriots defense they have a very good run defense. Especially if Christian Gonzalez isn't playing. If Christian Gonzalez isn't playing, the Texans will be able to move the ball. Plain and simple. I just think that this is a really bad matchup for the Patriots. At least offensively. This is a really bad matchup for the Patriots. I think it's also probably going to be another ugly game, but it's another ugly game that I think the Texans are going to win. I still firmly believe the Texans can make. I still firmly believe the Texans defense is good enough for this team to make the Super Bowl. Of course, barring any injuries. But this is the best defense in the NFL, and they're just showing it by like how they just completely dominate the trenches. And if the Texans' offense can have a semblance of life, then they can beat anybody. And that's all they need to do is just have a semblance of life. If CJ Stroud doesn't turn the ball over, like if CJ Stroud doesn't have a turnover this game, they're going to win. I guarantee it. They're going to win.
Oh, no, I can agree to that. If CJ Stroud just plays safe with the ball, I feel like this is an easy Texans win. I just don't believe that. I think it's going to be close. I think in my heart of hearts right now, Patriots are going to win by like 1 point. That's kind of how I think it's going to happen.
It's valid. I just think that the Texans. I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say Patriots bullshit magic beans and Kaimi Fairbairn misses like a 55-yard field goal because he's been way too automatic recently and he's due for a bad game.
Is he though? Like that's just not. I don't think that's how that works.
Look, man, I'm allowed one magic beans per episode, and this is my magic beans.
You said magic beans for the Steelers last week, and they got their ass beat. So, like,
this is good for you.
I'm
this
inclined.
Is good
yeah,
for
I'm
you.
saying. As I'm saying, I'm inclined to think that the Patriots might get their ass beat too. But we'll see. I think, I think the Steelers. I think the Patriots are a better coach. So again, we'll see what happens. But I think better coach than the Steelers. Let me say that. Better coach than the Steelers. I still do believe that the Texans should win this. I think the Texans will win this game, and I honestly will not be surprised if they win this game by double digits. Disrespectful? Maybe. Do I care? Not in the slightest. What about you, Kamain? How do you feel about this game?
Go Patriots. I really only care about football once we get to the Super Bowl, and then we got the off season, and then I'll see you guys for round 2 of the NFL draft.
I will also see you guys round 2 of the NFL draft, barring any trades.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit for picks, but it doesn't look like it matters. This draft class is ass.
This draft class is not good. Next year will be awesome, though. Next year's going to be freaking fucking incredible.
Yeah, that's the year it's going to hurt to not have a first-round pick.
What's the Riverside chat? Or are we just going to...
Oh, we don't have anything. This is the end of
He's retired. I mean...
Yeah,
he's
the end of the episode.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.